Guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute, but we are back with another product sent to us from our friends over at Betopper. This is the BSW200. This is a beam, it's a spot, it's a wash, and it's an LED strip effect right here, as you can see here. Now this LED strip is totally customizable. You can make it go fast, make it go slow. You can arrange the design on this, and this fixture comes in at 14 pounds. It's rather light. You got a plastic housing here, super quiet in design. You got rotating gobo, you got prism, you got frost, you got zoom in and out. This light has it all. I want to say this light is retailing at $349, I think right now. But DMX in, DMX out, power con in, and what else? Sound active mode. You've got auto mode. You've got several different modes on it. DMX programmable. Full menu, which we'll get to here in a little bit. I will admit that this took me a little bit to figure out on how to program it, just because of the LED strip and everything. It is a 20 channel light. So the analog board that I had was 16 channels, so I couldn't utilize everything. Now I will tell you this, I tried to manually program this with the Wolf Mix, and if you follow Bubba Dub on YouTube, this Wolf Mix is That's right, I'm sorry to say it. I could not figure out how to program this light with the Wolf Mix. I manually entered all the DMX addresses as mentioned from the user manual of the BSW200 into the Wolf Mix. It would not react. So luckily, my good friend James King, I'll drop his link here. He's one of our DJs right here in Houston, Texas. He gifted me the whole sound switch product, right? The Control One and the wireless DMX transmitter, everything. So he gifted that to me. I want to say it was for Christmas or maybe my birthday last year. I never broke it out of the box. It looked really confusing to me. And I said, you know what? The Wolf Mix didn't work. The analog board's not gonna work. And then I even tried my DMX Go with this. It did not work. I said, let me give Sound Switch a try, and boom, here it is. It worked perfectly. As you can see, I've got some haze going off in the room just to kind of show you that beam here. We're gonna get to more of that. I'm gonna project the light onto my garage door as I always do and show you all the designs, the frost, the gobos, the zoom, the rotating gobos. I'm gonna show you everything on this light. I've got my laptop over there hooked up to Sound Switch right now. But yeah, I just wanna kinda go over the light and show you everything that this thing has at 14 pounds. It is just a solid light. Betopper did send me one, so I won't be able to do a video of it at a gig, because as you know, I would never use just one light at a gig. But this light here, if I decide to keep it, I may purchase another one and put these up on some totems, just because, like I said, this light is solid. So let me get you a closer look at the menu here, and we'll go through that right now. Yeah, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on the menu here because it's very basic. This light is super easy to use, which in the menu, you should really not have to do anything other than invert, pan, and tilt, which you can do from Sound Switch, obviously. But if you're not a Sound Switch user and you want to do everything manually, we've got a scream timeout here. Now we're going to scroll through all the things here. I'm going to go, let's see, where am I at? Okay, so I'm going to go to set. I'm going to hit OK. You've got your run mode, which obviously I'm in DMX. Your DMX address, which would be attributed to whatever you have it set up to in Sound Switch or your controller of choice. Channel mode is standard. This will not let you change that at all because it's just a 20 channel lighting fixture. You got your sound regulator, invert pan, invert tilt, pan tilt swap, right? And then your DMX signal for clearing. We're gonna go over to the menu here. Finger get caught there. We're gonna put this back where it should be. You're gonna have all your pan fine, everything that you would do inside of Sound Switch, you could do manually on the light here. You have your system here, so you can go to your DMX monitor, monitor your temperature, your fixture hours, your lamp hours, all that good stuff. And then you'll go to advanced. This is where you can input a password in case you're that kind of nerd, right? I messed this up by mistake. I accidentally put it into Chinese and I couldn't even figure out how to get out. Luckily I did. Let's see, what do we got here? Your invert of your screen, and then obviously your reset. So if you want to reset the light, right? Just very basic stuff on the fixture. That is the menu. Let me show you a little bit of the physical features of this light. So if it looks hazy, it's because it is. Like I said, I set off some haze in here so that you could see the beams, but it does have the hanging brackets. So if you want to bolt this to a ceiling or anything like that, it's got them on both sides. The different mounting holes. As you can see here on the back, it does have a very good ventilation system here, and also on the base plate. You have a signal here for when it's hooked up to DMX. It'll tell you that it's DMX. You've also got an error light that would come on if there's any kind of problems with the fixture. Now, this did come with several different gobos, right? Alternate gobos that you can do. Betopper asked me if I could include in the video me taking this light apart and switching out to gobos. I personally don't feel comfortable doing that. I don't want to mess something up. I like the gobos that are in there, but just so you know, they do include some additional gobos where you can replace this. Now, I have seen some videos here on YouTube of people taking this apart, and it looks totally complicating. There's cables, there's everything. You gotta disassemble stuff, take screws out. I really don't want to mess with that. Betopper, I'm sorry. I know you asked me to show that in the video, but there's plenty of other videos that do that. I really don't want to mess with that. DMX in, DMX out, PowerCon in, PowerCon out, so you can link these. And then you've got your fuse right here on the back. As mentioned, this comes in at 14 pounds. It is not heavy at all. I am using the Donner DMX for this, so it's wireless, hooked up to sound switch over there. And now I just basically want to turn this around. I want to shine this at the garage door and show you some of the gobos, the frost, the zoom, all that good stuff here. And then we'll turn the lights out and we'll let off some more haze here in the garage just so you can see how tight and how strong this beam angle is. So I want to quickly show you before we get to that, look at the beam on this thing. You could tell that it's separating from gobos and then from intensity within sound switch. You can also see that ring light, which I want to break that down and show you the different modes of the ring light. But just let me zoom in here real quick and show you that ring light. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn off the main light and just show you the ring. And I think you can see that even with my garage light on. But that's one design there. I'm gonna go into sound switch and I'm gonna filter through some of the LED strip effects. So let me turn it off and I'll kind of go through the numbers here. Full on, we'll go through the colors, green, blue. You got like I guess a yellow, maybe a purple, light blue. And you're gonna see the effects change. So there's one effect. Also, just to let you know, there's different speeds, right? So I can go super slow or I can go super fast, right? And I like to leave it somewhere in the middle, almost to the middle here. But let me go through the modes. So we'll go through that rotating kind of effect with different colors. And then you're gonna see here that it's gonna switch up on the effect. It's gonna go backwards. And they'll go through like a 3, kind of like a 3 design, different colors. And now we're gonna go all the way to, you'll see it go to a rotating here. I wanna say it's gonna go to, okay, so it's gonna go reverse. And now we're gonna go to kind of a chase, which is really cool. Another reverse chase, different colors, now kind of a full circle. And all this is done within sound switch, guys. So it's totally customizable. I like that one right there. I like that half and half is really cool. Kind of a chase again there with like chasing itself. That one's really cool. And again, this doesn't give off any light. It's just more of an effect so that when you bring the light in, it kind of adds to that effect, right? I'm gonna black that out. And then there's that one where it's kind of 2 colors going back and forth. And then you've got like a solid color, and then that one's kind of cool. I mean, combined with the light, turn that back on, and it gives you kind of a full effect, all multicolor right there. So if I put this thing in motion, well, let me apply this effect now. If I put it in motion, you can see what it would look like if it was up on a totem. With that ring light effect, and then with the main beam, that is just so cool looking. So yeah, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn off the garage light. I'm gonna zoom back out here. I'm actually gonna turn my haze machine back on. I turned it off after I fogged out the garage because it's really loud. The fan runs really loud on it. But let me do that. Let me turn the haze machine back on. Let me flip the head towards the garage door and show you some of the gobos and some of the frost and zoom effects on this thing. All right, so I've got the light positioned. So as you can see there, we've got the rotating gobo as well as the gobo rotate. I know it sounds kind of different, but what I want to show you is, okay, so I'm going with the reverse gobo. And of course the different colors I can change here. Let me go to the prism, right? So I can go out of prism, or I can bring the prism back. Okay, so there's super fast rotating gobo. And then what I want to do is bring it right here in the middle. Okay, so I was trying to stop that shake. So here is the gobo. You can see the color rotation going here. And now if I come back, I can bring it to just full white to where it's not rotating. I mean, the color on this is so vibrant. And I want to show you the focus. So as you see there, you can get totally out of focus and make it big, almost like a frost, I guess, right? And then I can bring it back into focus. And then also I got a focus number 2, which is kind of like a fine focus. Now what I want to show you is this frost. So check this out. So you can go from that to like a full wash. And that is a full frost, and I can slowly bring it back. I wish it kind of faded into that, but yeah. You can do prism rotation from very fast to slow. I kind of like that. You can also do a rotating gobo, right? So I can make it to where it rotates through the gobos, super fast or super slow, right? So if you've got something, you don't want something too intense, you can bring that back into there. And you can see I haven't let off any haze in a minute. I'm gonna let off some more here just so you can see this beam again. I could probably turn this garage light off so you can really see the intensity of this thing, but overall, Betopper is coming out with just some great lights. And you can see this beam just coming out of here. And the intensity of this light is just, I don't think I mentioned that. Did I mention the wattage on this thing? So this is a 240 watt light, which is just an insane amount of power. This is more light than you would ever need at a wedding, especially if you had 2 of these. And I'm kind of digging this now that I figured it out inside of a sound switch. But I like that kind of motion. I'm gonna go ahead and play this again just so you can see it in action. And I've got this on one of the auto loops here in sound switch. I'm gonna set it to another one to kind of give you a different look. And you can see there the ring light is in action. I mean, just a very, I couldn't imagine if you had 4 of these at a wedding. Super bright, 240 watts. I kind of would like to know what the other gobos look like, but like I said, I just don't want to take it apart. Really don't want to mess with that and chance messing it up. But the ones that are in here are perfect. Oh yeah, and before I forget, I want to show you that there is an amazing strobe on this light, so I'm going to kind of filter through that. Just kind of show you how it can strobe. So if you got a buildup or something like that, you can really strobe it. You can set it to slow, real slow strobe, and then fade, not fade, but build up to a very strong strobe. Build up of a song, which is really cool. The intensity of that strobe is awesome. Show you right there. And of course you could take the strobe off and just go to regular programming. So very, very intense light here from Betopper. Yeah, so tell me what you guys think about the BSW200. I didn't want to put any music or, you know, like commercial music behind this and do a light show, just because I don't want to get flagged, but I'm digging this effect here, back and forth. And like I showed you earlier in the video, you can really make it your own and do your own design. I would probably just set it and forget it, just because, you know, as DJs, we're so busy focusing on DJing and the music and the crowd that I don't have time to go back into, say, the edit platform of SoundSwitch and be constantly changing the ring light or anything like that. But as far as using the Control 1 to control it throughout the night, that would be easy. But this light is more than enough. And I mean, honestly, you could probably take one of these and mount it on a pole behind you and use that for your lighting if you had to. I think it looks tacky. I would never use one light at an event. I know previously Betopper and some other companies that have sent me one light have asked me to include it in a video at one of my events, and I had to explain that I would never just use one light at an event. So here we are again with one light for the review. Thank you so much for Betopper for sending this out. This is a great light. I will put a link to where you can purchase this light if you'd like to get it and try it out for yourself. I would love to see your video on it, but that's it on this one, the BSW200, 14 pounds from Betopper. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.